Hello, everyone.
Howdy.
It's William and Andrew here, and we are at Star Cottage Studio here for Allegory Gallery. We hope you are doing really well out there. Everybody adjusting to that time change okay? I'm loving it, but I know some of you out there are not fans of daylight saving. But I really like it. I'm happy that it is just now getting dark outside. Let's see. Oh, lots of people on Instagram today. The Family Lucas, Terry Inc. Boy, lots of people filtering in. Thank you so much out there. The Family Lucas. So how does this work? First time on the site. Well, we're going to tell you how everything works in just a moment, but normally we chat for a good long while at the beginning just to catch up with everybody and hang out with our AG Bead fam out there. We do the chatting, and then we do the selling. And there's a little banner going across the bottom of your screen here that tells you how to claim, but we'll get into the claiming of the gemstones in a little bit. But first, we're going to chat. Terry in North Carolina. Hello, Terry. Hey, Flood City Stitch is hanging out with us today. Our friend over there in Johnstown. How are you all doing over there? Good to see you here. So it's been a busy day. Let me say hi to who is here on Instagram, well, on YouTube and Facebook. I said hi to most people on Instagram. The Bead Hobby Shop is out there as well. Thank you all for joining us. We have Marianne out here. We have Norma as well. We have Suzanne. It's good to see you here, Suzanne. I know you've been going through a lot right now. We haven't seen you as much here. Hope everything is going well. Let's see. Teresa is here. Hello, Teresa. Marianne says, please just choose one time. I wish they'd choose daylight savings forever, but I know that would ruffle some feathers, right? I know not everyone loves it. Norma says, I'm hating it. Yeah, Norma's not a fan of daylight savings. I am. I like it to be light right now still. Feels like I can still do more work and not get tired. When it gets dark so early, these lives sometimes are hard to get through because it's like, I'm ready to go to bed. Even though I don't go to bed until like 3 in the morning. Susie is here. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Let's see. So far, so good. Send good vibes for Wednesday, says Suzanne. Okay, so Wednesday's the day. Sending good vibes. Been sending good vibes. Tori says, I love daylight saving. I do too. I do too. I'm a fan. So how is everyone otherwise? I started off my day running some errands, had to go to the bank. Then, you know, in these days, it's not too often that I have to go to the bank, but every once in a while, you have to do it, right? You have to go in. So I went into the bank today, and then I had my meeting with Barb. Barb is now officially back for a little while. Barb has some plans throughout the summer. She will be going away later in the year again. So we are working out, since we're moving the store and everything's happening and the Johnstown thing's happening, and we'll be open Friday, Saturday, Sundays up there only. And I'll be in the cottage more. Barb and I are working on an off and on schedule so that when she does leave again, we're kind of ramped up to keep going. So we're making plans on how to better formulate all of that and how I can be in here more often and how we can work together to make sure that there's not just like one person's system going, but multiple people can step in and work with us if we need to. So we are working on things there, but it's good to have her back. She pumped out a lot of orders today. We are focusing on catching up, but we are focusing right at this very moment on getting kits out because I just lost my train of thought.
Make your creative community.
Meet your creative community. That was my Meet Your Creative Community is coming up on the 22nd, next Friday. Not this Friday, but next Friday. So if you still need a kit for that, there's possibly time to get it to you. We will try and get it out as quickly as possible. but I don't know what it'll take in the mail. I don't know what it'll take in the mail. So yeah, it's one of those things. We can get it out as quickly as we can. And she put out a lot of them today, including some people who just placed their orders recently. And those are heading out into the wild. Suzanne's asking for Meet Your Creative Community Day. Do we just post or do we give some information on ourselves? You can do however you'd like. My idea and our idea was that you would post something, say something about yourself, tell what inspired this, why you made it, what kit you made it from. Give as much detail as you can so that people can feel free. They'll already kind of have information to comment about in the comments, right? Like maybe they're inspired by the same things as you are, or maybe they have the same kit and they really like what you did with the kit. So it's really one of those things that as much information as you can put in your posts about the project and about yourself when you do post. It is Meet Your Creative Community, so it is not just a showing of things that you make, but it's also supposed to show yourself and show who you are as a maker. And so that's, if you don't know what I'm talking about, which some of you new people may not have a clue, right? Meet Your Creative Community Day is happening next Friday, March 22nd. And in our Allegory Gallery Design Challenges group on Facebook, we are having this Meet Your Creative Community Day. And all you need to participate is a kit from us, any of our kits. If you bought a kit in 2011 and you still have it, use it. If you bought a kit from us, from Andrew's Blog Hops before he even had a store here, you can use it. But if you need a kit, order it quickly. I sent out an email today and a text message today on our newsletter, our text message list, to let people know you have to order soon. We'll do our best to get it out to you as quickly as we can. We are working on some previous orders if you've ordered kits before. Some of you all have some pretty big orders and you've ordered multiple times. So we are trying to compile those and get those out as quickly as possible. We may have to split them up just to get your kits out, and we may do that too. We're trying to do what we think is going to be the best for you if you ordered kits with us. But yeah, it's going to be, hopefully, we're hoping next Friday, everybody's going to just put out tons of projects in the group, the Allegory Gallery Design Challenges group, and just flood that timeline with so many projects that you've made with the kits. We really want to see all these great projects from y'all. We want it so that it floods the timeline, so that it draws people's attention. You know, there are some people in the group. I mean, we have close to 1,100 people in the group or so. And we have 8,400 people that follow us. We would like to get everybody's attention, really get everybody's attention, and get people interacting with each other, get people to meet one another, to get to know one another, to, you know, maybe find friends. Maybe there are people in the group that are local to you and you can do local meetups. There's all these things that we really want to have happen during this Meet Your Creative Community Day. And it's really about making friends and making, you know, acquaintances with people in the group. But we figured we'd make it project-based, and we'd have the reveal day for the projects, so that when that reveal day happens, everybody can just throw stuff out there. Whether you're a beginner, I know there are some people who are intimidated to post into the group and are intimidated to post into groups in general because they're like, I'm new, I'm not really good at this, my stuff's not good enough to show. That's not true. And so we want it to be that there are so many things being posted throughout the day that you can slip yours in there, right? As a beginner and not feel like you're intimidated. You know, there's going to be so much going on that you can slip some things here and there, the things that you've made in there, and maybe make some new friends. So we'll see how this goes. This is the very first one. It seems like people are excited about it. I'm excited about it. I hope people like it. Andrew's excited about it. We hope that people get something out of it. And if people do, maybe we'll do another one down the line a little bit. So if this is something you like, hopefully you'll take part in it. And like I said, as long as you have one of our kits, it could be a $6 kit, it could be a $36 kit. It doesn't matter which kit you have, as long as it's from us, you can go ahead and use that. Now, that just means that every project has to use something from that kit. So if you make 10 projects and that kit had 10 beads in it and you just use one bead per project, that's okay. There's no, these rules are loosey-goosey here so that we can, maximize what you can show for, not a lot of money. We never want people to have to spend tons of money to participate in things like this. But for us to put time into creating the event and kind of trying to publicize the event and getting people interested in it, we have to put some kind of thing behind it, right? Some kind of structure. And the structure is kits this time. All right. Marianne says 2 pieces almost done, maybe more to come. That's awesome. Marianne's about a standard operating procedure rather than willy-nilly, right? Yes, we would like a standard operating procedure for the shipping, as we are now moving more and more relying on the online store and these live sales. So we are working on things. We got to a point, if you remember years and years ago, our shipping used to be a little bit slow. We are picking up. I know that we've had some things in the way here recently with our move and Barb being away. Things have slowed down a little bit right now, but we were pretty much on top of things for quite a while. And we want to get back to that, and we want to keep improving on that shipping time. We want you to get your stuff as quickly as possible. That's important to us, and we're making a bigger effort at making that happen because we do know that sometimes we're a little bit slow, and we're working harder on making all that jive better. So, but we are a small, very small operation here. So we try to put out a lot of great quality products. Sometimes that means that with everything we're doing and everything we're trying to do, some things, the shipping sometimes slows down a little bit, but we are working on that, and that is always in the back of our minds, probably more in our minds than most of yours, but it does weigh on my mind. So we are working on ways to make that better. Let's see here. Oh, Anastasia is here, moving over from Instagram. This is much better than Instagram on YouTube. Yes, Instagram is very hard because we can't turn the screen on Instagram. We can't make it go landscape. And we broadcast in places where landscape makes the most sense. So we still like to be over there on Instagram, right? And we're glad that we can stream there now. We weren't able to stream there before through our streaming system, but we are now. But it does look better on YouTube and Facebook. As much as I hate to say that, because I do love Instagram, and I hate to, kind of pick one over the other, but it's easier to watch. YouTube is especially easy to watch because you can, during a live, you can rewind and fast forward kind of up to the point of the live. Whereas on Facebook and Instagram, you cannot go back. You have to stay right at the present moment. You have to stay in the present, which is normally a great thing, right? But sometimes it's good, especially during a live sale, to be able to jump back a little bit. So thank you for joining us on YouTube out there, Anastasia, and all of you out there who are joining us wherever you are. Please follow us. Please subscribe to us. Please hit the thumbs up. Please hit the love. Please hit all those good things and share. Please share. All free ways that you can give us support, and we appreciate it very much. Cheryl says, hi, spending the evening outdoors walking with Larry. Have a good evening. You too, Cheryl. Thank you. We got your order in and out today, I think. So thank you so much. And hopefully you and Larry have a great evening out. Boy, lots of people, more and more people joining us on Instagram. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. So talked with Barb today. That was part of my day. Sent out an email, sent out a text message today. Did some grocery shopping. We were severely limited in our groceries lately. It's like, what are we going to make? We have some like powdered, we have mashed potato flakes and we have rice and we have some dressing, and maybe we could make something from that. Yeah, we have things. So we didn't have much, and I went grocery shopping today. Took a little bit of time to do that. Went to Aldi, which I do like going to when I can. It's a little bit further away, so we don't always get there, but we get the best deals there, so I like going there. Stocked up on lots of fresh fruit and veg, and hopefully we'll make something good tonight. What else? Then I came home, got ready for this live, did some invoicing. So I did some invoicing. If you were waiting for an invoice over the past, from Friday, I did not do any over the weekend. So invoice today for Friday. So you should have gotten that. And now we're here. There's a lot of other things in between there, but I won't bore you with everything. So how's everyone else doing out there? How's everyone doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying things, enjoying life right now. Like I said, hope you're surviving. If you're in the US here, the time change, it's something I like. Not everyone does. And I hope you had a good weekend. Our weekend was busy. We did a lot of stuff, got a lot of stuff ready, got a lot of stuff prepared. Sorting, a lot. It's a lot of the sorting. It's a lot of the editing, lots of stuff concerning with the move, concerning with just household stuff. Hello, Amanda. Thanks for joining in.
Don't forget, you did a Saturday morning tutorial.
Oh, I did. That I did. Boy, I did a Saturday morning tutorial with Jen. Did y'all see that? And he's like, did you forget? Don't forget. It's good because I totally was trying to think what. Yeah, that was a big thing. Saturday morning tutorial went up, and if you don't know what that is, that's on our YouTube channel only. We do a Saturday morning tutorial most Saturday mornings. I'd like to say every, but it works out to be most Saturday mornings at about 8:30 Eastern time, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. And that's usually a tutorial. We don't try to sell you anything in that tutorial. There are affiliate links in the description if you want to get some tools or you want to get some things. That helps us out too. But these are tutorials that are meant to try to use your stash. Jen is a wire worker, and she is the one who has solely done the tutorials for us so far, but we have plans for other things too. But right now, Jen is working with us on those. She is a wire worker, so have your wire ready. And she is coming up with projects almost every week here for y'all to work with some wire and to just play around. A lot of these designs, the last 2 or 3 weeks, the designs that she's done are meant to be personalized. And it's meant to, it's meant for people who are beginning to work with wire to not feel so pressured. The design doesn't have to be perfect. They are pretty easy designs, but they are something that you can work on. And if you are a more advanced worker, there's room to embellish as well. So that went out this Saturday morning. This video in our whole lineup got up to, I think, number 3, maybe 2. Out of the last 10 we've done, or out of, however YouTube calculates all that. Last week, the one before, we got up to number 1 spot. It beat out all the other ones. This one got up to number 2 or 3. So it wasn't as popular as the one before. And not as many people made projects for this one, actually. I don't know why. But I know our friend Janet, she made some nice earrings with it because they were small enough that they could be a pendant or they could have been earrings. So that was really nice to see. We did an unboxing video as well. We got a jewel tool for the studio here. So thank you to all of you out there who, support us and like to do what we do and like what we do. we were able to get the funds together to get a jewel tool. So we unboxed that, and that was exciting. So
You
if you,
still have to pay it off.
we're still paying it off, but we
You're
were
at the first initial payment.
we were able to make the first 2 payments so far. We've got like 2 or 3 more to go. One is coming up on Wednesday, so buy some gemstones, everybody.
Sorry that I have to panhandle on the street.
But we unboxed that to give you a little view of what you might expect if you were getting one. I love unboxing videos, so we're like, let's do one. We don't do them very often. We get, you know, a number of things, but oftentimes we buy things secondhand for the studio, so there's not really much to unbox.
I guess we could pack it back up.
We could pack it back up and pretend that it was boxed and like, oh look, it's scratched and everything, just like. But we don't buy a lot new, so I thought that was fun to do an unboxing. Some of our casting stuff, we've gotten some stuff new though, so we might do some unboxing on that stuff too if you like the unboxing.
It's not us humble bragging. We got an angel investor who helped us get the purchase for the casting equipment.
Yes, and we still bought a lot of it secondhand, but
to make the money stretch.
We made that money stretch, yes. But so maybe we'll do that if you like those. And I feel like, oh, and I did a short. I took
that short. It took you like 2 hours to do the short.
It took me longer to do the short than I think it did to edit the whole video. But that's because I was trying to do it on my iPad. And I should just got out my computer and done it the way that I do all my videos.
I can hear the opening lines in my dreams. Because he had to play it over.
I had to play it over and over and over. And I was working from the original files again and not my color corrected files. So the color's a little bit off on the short. And I turned it into reels as well. I said, as long as I'm doing this, I'm going to make it a short, I'm going to make it a reel, I'm going to make it a story, I'm going to make it everything. But for a 1 minute video, it literally took hours. But I know really well now how to do it on the iPad, which I'll probably never do again because I'm like, this is insane. I should.
You can do it again and it doesn't take that long.
Yeah, at least I learned a lot. But if I use my regular video editing software on the computer, on the version of the video that I've already edited, probably bang that out pretty quick then. Don't have to worry about color correcting and all that stuff anymore. But I did that. Did you watch the short? Anybody watch our short on Facebook? It went really high. That short went to, I think, #1 or #2 short that we've ever done, which are not a lot of them. But and that doesn't say a lot compared to many big channels. We're not a big channel out there on YouTube, but I was happy that my work paid off a little bit and it got up high. It didn't just sit there and, you know, flop. So we tried that, and what I would like to do, the idea is that I would like to film with Jen, edit the video more quickly in the week, and then do a preview on like Thursday or Friday with a short before we launch the video on Saturday morning. That's the idea. Right now, it was used as like, did you see this yet? If not, go check it out. So I don't know. I don't know if that's ever going to be possible in the realm of our world, but I would like to be able to do shorts as a preview of what's coming instead of a, hey, did you catch this that's already out? But we'll see. We'll see. All right, let me catch up with some of y'all. Marianne saw Jen's unboxing or Jen's tutorial and the unboxing. Awesome, thank you. Norma says, I haven't had a chance to watch the latest Saturday morning tutorial yet. I did get a shipment of 18 gauge and 16 gauge wire though, so I'm ready. Good, yes. Jen often works with copper, works with dead soft, so get the gauges and get ready to make some wire projects with us. I'm sure she's going to do more over the next coming few weeks of wire. It seems like she's making her own named projects now, which is really great. And people seem to be really enjoying them. Marianne loved Janet's earrings. Yeah, didn't they come out so nice? She did a great job on them. Um, Anastasia says, those are the best. At least you know that it works. When they're new, yes. It's nice to get the new stuff. But we do buy a lot of, I think that's what you're talking about. We do buy a lot of secondhand, though, for the studio because we have a metalworking studio. And as long as that stuff turns on and works well, we'll grab it up if we can. Save some money that way. Sandra says, I'm going to North Carolina for my second house hunting trip. She says, I pray I find my house. We do too. Hopefully you'll find a good one. It's great that you get to make the trip, though. And hopefully it all works out. That just means you'll be a little bit closer to us then. Maybe you'll make that trip someday up to visit.
I'm supposed to go to North Carolina for some things coming up soon.
Soonish.
I'm not allowed to talk about.
Can't talk, but he's supposed to do it. Boy, more and more people. Nate Weiss has joined us out there on Instagram. Hey, Nate.
Did you see his TikTok videos?
I see them on Instagram, I think. And
that's because we're older.
Yeah. we see everything on Instagram, but his videos are nice.
He just got a new camera set up.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that.
So now it looks like extra professional.
Extra professional. I love his videos. I wish I could do reels and stuff like that. I'm not there yet.
Johnstown.
Blacksmith in Johnstown. If you don't know Nate, go follow him.
His partner is Erica Blair on Instagram. Also
jewelry maker. Very good, nice jewelry maker. Does some custom work. Really nice stuff. Go follow them. Sylvia's with us, and Relics Revisited Jewelry joined as well. Thanks so much. Everyone's saying good house hunting vibes, right? Good. Marianne does not have 16 or 18 gauge wire yet. Gotta get it. Does
you can adapt those to smaller gauge if you have mobility issues. Mm-hmm. It just looks a little bit different.
Yeah, Jen talks about that sometimes too in her videos, that you can go up and down depending on what you need to use. She works with what she's most comfortable with most of the time, but you can alter the designs too.
And you can use softer metals also if you need to.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can't move the copper, even the dead soft, which is pretty soft, you can use like aluminum or a plated wire,
mm-hmm.
or craft wire.
Does AG carry dead soft 16 and 18? Normally, but we don't keep it on the website. And if we have any, it is packed away right now.
Yeah, nowhere.
We couldn't find it if we had to, probably right now. But normally we do carry that in store only.
But who knows?
Maybe as we go more online, you never know. Harry is here. Hello, Harry. Thanks for joining us. Anastasia says, where are you located? I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. We are in Ligonier, Pennsylvania, which is where our studio is. And then our store is moving to Johnstown, Pennsylvania, if you know where those are. But we're about 60 miles east of Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania. So we're on the west side of Pennsylvania. We had our store here in Ligonier for over 12 years, and we bought a building in Johnstown, and we're moving into that building.
We're in the process of it.
We're in the process. We moved fully out of our space here just about a week ago, or within the last week and a half, and we are moving into the Johnstown building after we do some renovating. Sandra says, it'll be so nice to be out of Florida and be able to travel more easily. I'm so nervous about flying and having vertigo. Yeah, I know you were waiting. You were putting that off to see what your doctor said. I didn't want to bring that up, but hopefully it all goes well. I guess you've been cleared apparently for that, so that's good. Marianne says, I have thought of trying the designs with 20 gauge. Try it. Give it a try.
See how it looks.
Yeah. So more people joining us on Instagram. It is a busy Instagram day. So thank you all out there for watching. Thank you wherever you're watching from. We appreciate it. Please help us out. Hit the share button. Hit the like button. Hit the love button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the follow button. Wherever you are, hit that so you can follow us, subscribe to us, hit that little notification bell on YouTube. It tells us how many people have that hit and who don't. It doesn't tell us who, but how many do and how many don't. And many of our subscribers have not hit that little bell. So turn that little bell on so that YouTube will tell you when we post a new video like the Saturday morning tutorials or when we go live like we are today. So anything else before we get into the gemstones, Andrew? Can you think of anything that I missed? He's like, no, just do it. We've got a number to go through today. Now, if you've watched us before, you may have seen some of these. You may not have. We are pulling again from our personal stashes and from the Star Cottage Studio stash here. And so we're giving you really good prices on these. We're showing you what the retail price is. Like a lot of this stuff, once we pull it out, some of it goes back into the stash, especially Andrew's personal stuff. It gets reabsorbed. But some of it goes into the online store after we show it to you all here. So I'm showing you what the online store price is going to be, and then what the current price for you all is going to be. So you're getting I think, significant discount on many of these gemstones today. Yeah. And I was thinking, maybe we'll do an extra discount today. Do a little extra for y'all. You feeling like you might need an extra discount on a Monday, on a daylight saving Monday? Put it in the comments if you'd like an extra discount, and we'll see what we can do as we go here. Sandra says the test went well and talking to the doctor tomorrow, but she said the pressure was good and the eardrums were moving, so that is all good. That's really good. That's really good. So, like I said, let us know what can we do? Do another little discount, or are you just fine? You just fine without it? I don't know. We're giving you already a good deal. Believe me, really good deal already. Sandra wants an extra discount. Teresa wants an extra discount. Let's see if enough people say they want an extra discount. Get your comment in there, everybody. Maybe we'll do a little extra for you. So far, only 2 people out of everybody watching wants an extra discount. So I don't know. Norma says, who doesn't love an extra discount? I don't know. Some people don't. They're not saying anything. Suzanne says, yes, yes. Miss Peach is out there. Thank you for joining us. Extra discount, please. Let me flip my camera so you're not looking at the ceiling. There we go. These are my papers. Kara wants an extra discount. Time change throws me off all the time. Marion says, no money, so it doesn't matter to me. Sally's not going to argue with an extra discount. Okay. So we're giving you really good pricing on this, but let's do, Ann says, I like a discount, but my comment section isn't showing up on YouTube. Oh no, that's no good. Marianne just came to drool. That's all right. We can do that. Let's go ahead and let's do one of these 24-hour discounts for y'all, okay? So for the next 24 hours, pretty much until tomorrow's video, we're going to give you an extra 10% off the already discounted prices. And you will get those on your invoice when we send it. All right. So let me show you, for you new people out there, and for those of you who may have forgotten, if I can find out where my stash here starts. All right. So we have lots. These are going to be GS lots. We haven't done GS lots in a while, so I figure we can go back to that. That stands for gemstone. Pretty easy, right? GS lots. This is going to be GS lot number 1 that we're going to show you. All right, so that is the lot number, GS1 for the first item, which I haven't put out yet. I'm just showing you how this works. So you'll take down that lot number, put it in the subject line of an email. You're going to address that email to info@allegorygallery.com. It has to be Allegory Gallery. We are not allegory.com. We would love to be, but we are not. So send it to info, that's up here and scrolling down here, info@allegorygallery.com. You just have to put that in the subject line and hit send. If there are multiples available, there will be a little number down here circled. All right, there'll be a little number down here circled. And when that's available, if you want more than one, for example, if this had 3 with a circle around it, you could put GS1 times 2 in the subject line, and that means you're claiming 2 of them. You do have to send an email for each item. You can send one email at the very end if you want to put everything in one email, but you miss out on the possibility of getting things because other people will beat you to it. All right. Please, please, please send a brand new email for every time you send us one. Do not reply to your old email to send a new one. It groups everything together in my inbox if you keep replying to your previous email. And I don't see any of your claims until your very last claim, which means you miss out. Because I can't go back through everybody's claim that I already said got stuff and say, oh no, sorry, you didn't get this actually. Someone else beat you to it. No. So if you send a brand new email every time, that works the best. Actually, that's the only way that it works. All right, so put that in the subject line and hit send. If you have a question about a lot number, you can ask while we're live, if you're watching while we're live here. But if you want to email us a question about it, please put something different in the subject line, like question about GS1, for example. That way, we don't think that you're claiming it. We know that you have a question about it. When I go through the emails, I only look at the subject line. If I see the lot number in there, I put it in the spreadsheet as yours if you want it. I don't even look at the body of the email. All right. So what else? If you're brand new to us and you've never ordered from us before, be sure when you send your email that we have your full name and your shipping address. We need to know where we're shipping to, and we need your actual name in the email. All right. And you can send that at the very end. Just don't forget to send it. Or you can send it with the very first one you try to claim. Just send it in an email somewhere that we have your name and shipping address. All right. Then we're going to have the retail, what our normal retail price would be, scratched out down here. And we're going to have the sell price down here. So that was $15. It is now for you $9. But if you are watching this video in the first 24 hours of its release, like you all are now because you're watching live, you can get an extra 10% off of that price right there, automatically taken on your invoice. All right. So what is this lot? Let me show you. Let me show you what this actually is. It's this. It's this gemstone kind of collar piece. These are pyrite. No, hematite. Hematite. It's these hematite collar graduated pieces. And this would be GS1. It was $15. It's now $9. And you're going to get that extra special 10% off of that price when we send your invoice out. Hey, there's Jen now tuning in on Instagram out there, the Giggly Gypsy. Thank you for tuning in, Jen. We were just talking a lot about you in the Saturday morning tutorial. You missed it all.
Were your ears burning?
Were your ears burning, Andrew asks. All right, everybody. Huh?
Your ears are burning?
Ears are burning? I think that's a thing.
Somebody's talking about you.
Somebody's talking about you. All right, so that's GS1, everybody. Only one of those available. Like I said, some of this stuff is old stock. Some of it has come from our personal stashes. Well, most of it has come from the personal stash or from Star Cottage Studio stash here. And we do buyouts and do things.
I think those are from the late 90s.
I would believe that. That packaging looks like it. That packaging looks like it. All right, everybody. GS2. GS2. And let me try and pull up my email so I can maybe follow along and let you know if things sell out. Let things sell out. Let me get my email up and running here, everybody. Okay. All right. Get Instagram there. Got the email going. Okay. GS2. These are these lavender amethysts. And they're kind of like, I don't know what you call it. They're carved. These are hand carved. And they're kind of, they look like a little column or something. I don't know. They're pretty cool though. There's what it looks like on the side. There you have there. So that's GS2. These were $26 for the strand. They are now $18 for you all. Just one strand left. That's all we've got. And they are also an extra 10% off if you're watching within the first 24 hours of this video. I'll send you an invoice. That invoice will have the discount totaled at the bottom. All right. Very light lavender amethyst.
Very light.
Super light.
You can kind of see though.
Yeah.
It has a very faint hint of that kind of lavendery.
Yeah. All right. So that's GS2. And that was 26. And those little hand carved. They don't always come cheap, those hand carved ones, right? And then now they're only $18, giving you a good discount on that, plus an extra 10% off.
You don't really see that shape very often.
No, I think that's the only strands we've ever had that I've seen that shape. So if you're looking for something unique, that's another thing that you can come to us for, is we have a lot of vintage and unique items. So if you were making jewelry for a show, or to sell on your website, you're not going to be copied with everything you do when you get stuff from us, because pretty much it's very difficult to find what we sell. White.
They call that snow quartz.
Snow quartz. Snow quartz. I was like, is that the... Never mind. I don't know what I was thinking. White chalcedony? Was that what I was thinking? Snow quartz. Suzanne says, AG has items you're not going to find anywhere else ever. We try. We try to find, we try to get the stuff that is popular, but we also try to make sure we have stuff for y'all that you're not going to just see just anywhere, and you're going to have a hard time finding it somewhere else. We deal with a lot of vintage stuff, a lot of antique stuff.
Well, we're not a huge store, so we have to do something that's going to set us apart.
Yeah. Try and set ourselves apart a little bit from everyone else and give you unique things that when you use them in your designs, like I said, especially if you're selling, so people can't copy, right? Don't want people copying your stuff all the time. We've been through that. We've had people do that. It's not fun. So we try and find those things that I'm not going to find elsewhere. So this is GS3 Snow Quartz, was $18, giving it to you for $12 a strand, and you get 10% off that. So really good deals on these strands for these gemstones, and yeah.
Plus, I think it's if you can find things that are a little bit different, they may they may inspire some really unique and different designs, and just another way of getting excited about making.
Yeah, we want you to be excited about the things you do. Suzanne says, yeah, I had a major designer copy a necklace I made. Ooh. That's never fun, right? That's never fun.
I'd say, who is it?
I know, we're like, who?
Name
them. Jen said, everyone's going to really want to watch this week's tutorial. It's going to be awesome, epic even. Oh boy. Hopefully the editing goes well after that. After that build up. We have GS4. These are beautiful amethyst drops. We had, I don't know if we still do, we had some vintage plastic that looked a lot like these.
Yeah, they did.
And that's what these remind me of, but these are so gemmy. Like it's sometimes it's like, is that real? Does that actually come out of the ground? So this is GS4. There's that little number I was talking about. This is the first one we've had. There are 2 of these available. So 2 strands available. GS4, $18 down to $12. Amy says, ooh, spill the tea, right? Suzanne says, Andrew, if you're in, DM me. Anne says, that vintage plastic is just what I thought of. I had those that looked just like that amethyst. I know. They were such a good quality vintage plastic bead. And I don't know if we have any more or not. But they were nice. But this is the real thing if you want gemstones. And these are nice and light. These are nice and light. So it looks like one of these have sold so far. GS4. We have one of these left available.
I said, who is it?
Andrew's on that. Yeah, it's not nice when, you know, a lot of, I'm not going to say a lot. There are some big time designers, right, in the world of things that do scout the groups and the pages to see what they can see. I'll say that, right?
You know, on the other hand, on the other side of that, some things are intrinsically designed towards certain things. So, like, I saw somebody get super, super upset about super duos being used as snowflakes. And I was like, what did you think was going to happen?
That's going to happen.
They were upset because one of the designs kind of looked like theirs. And it's like, well, you can only use this in so many different ways. And if your idea, if it comes around Christmas time, you know, naturally people are going to jump to that.
Right. So this is GS5, and these are those acid etched agates. They were $24 a strand, down to $20 a strand. 3 strands here available. You don't get all 3 for 20. They're 20 each. But I'm showing you all 3 so you can see they're all nice and pretty.
I love them.
These are one of Andrew's beloveds.
I almost kept them all for myself.
Yes, he did. They sat in a bag for a very long time from the vendor before they got released. I said, are you going to do something with these or can I sell these? And he said,
to pay the mortgage.
Right.
Get released back into the wild.
So you're going to get an extra 10% off, remember, of all these prices tonight. If you're watching this live or before tomorrow's broadcast, we'll automatically do 10% off. All right.
I love things that are slightly translucent like that have that kind of inner glow. And then it has a pattern on top of that. They're not really melons, but they kind of have that vibe of melons, even though they aren't.
Yeah, they feel like a melon, but they're not a melon. They're round.
Yeah, they look like it, but
yeah,
it's
they
not.
do. So this is GS5. We have 2 of them left. We've already got a purchase for 1. By the way, GS4 has sold out. Those amethyst drops have sold out. And Anne was saying those drops would be great for Jen's tutorial that used the drops that shape. Yeah, they would. Yeah, they would.
I think these would go really well with African beads.
Ooh, bone, African.
Be super nice.
Yeah, you want to get that kind of tribal look. Really, really nice. Or they could be modern. They could be made modern. Put some black with them.
Or just put one on one of those steel neck wires.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm gonna go minimal. Then you have about 40 necklaces.
That's right. That's right. Suzanne says, music to my ears. I know Suzanne likes that, right? The bone and the African. Mix that all together. Oops, boy.
Did it sink?
They sunk under, yeah. All right, we also have some vintage pearls here, y'all. So we're going to tie in some vintage pearl strands here. And these are vintage. They are freshwater pearls. These are very generally high quality pearls for the price because we got a good deal on them. So we pass that along to you. To find pearls this nice these days with our polluted streams and the rushing to market that they do with pearls right now, you're probably not going to find these at the same prices. Not at this quality.
I know, because I went and tried to find some more.
Yeah.
In Tucson last year and couldn't find them at that price.
No,
I think I shared the picture of what people were paying for pearls in Tucson last year. And I was like, did everybody collectively lose their minds? Because I don't know.
So these are beautiful vintage freshwater pearls. This is GS6. Anastasia says, what was the code for the beads before this one? Would have been GS5. We're going in number order. So this is GS6.
Also, if you have questions like that, try to be a little bit more specific. And the reason why I'm saying that is because if you're on a delay, like if you're watching a couple minutes behind and then you say, what was the one before this? And then you're like 10 minutes behind, we're going to answer it
in real time. So we want you to get the right ones. But just know that all the numbers are in order. So they're GS for gemstones, and then this is 6. So anyone before this would have been 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. These were originally, and if they go into the online store, these will be $32 a strand. We're taking this strand down to $26 only for you.
Wait, those are super lustrous.
They are, and you're getting 10% off of that price, and those are already sold. So thank you so much.
Wow, thank you.
We don't ever say who bought anything. I know people like to know, did I win? Did I win? Did I get it? Did I get it? And it's easier to budget that way. But we never say online who got what, because that outs some people, and we don't deal with that.
Because they're not snitching.
Yeah, then, you know, some people don't like people to know what they're getting. Some people don't like their spouses to know what they're getting. Some people
get stitches.
That's right. We don't want stitches over here. So we will tell you if it's sold out, and if you sent an email for that and it says it was sold out, then you can kind of maybe think it was you. But that's the best we can do as far as that goes. This is GS7, another strand of pearls. These ones are so nice, they knotted in between each one.
Hello, mermaid friends.
Look at that. So these should have been more. These were $30, now down to $24. GS7. Look at how juicy good those are. Oh, my penny, yeah.
You can't forget that. That's the most important thing.
GS7. Look at those beautiful peacock pearls.
Those are pretty.
These have such a beautiful luster to them. Look at that. Do you like those gray peacock colors? That's pretty much my favorite pearl color right there. When I wear pearls, it's usually this color.
I like everything.
Anders, I like them all. Look at those blues in there though, and the purples, and you get some greens in there. GS7, and that one is sold out. Thank you so much. That one is sold out like multiple times. I wasn't watching. Gesundheit.
Thank
you. GS8 coming up. Ooh, these are nice. These are really nice, and we priced these really well for you all. There are 2 strands available. That's what that little 2 down there in the corner means. So this is GS8. These were $24, down to $20. 2 strands available at the $20 price. I'm going to show you them both. And you get 10% off if you're watching in the first 24 hours of this video. Look at these. Look at how beautiful the luster is. Like, do you find $20 a strand for pearls this beautiful, this coppery color? They're not perfectly round, but look how uniform they are to one another. They are nearly perfectly. If they were perfectly round, this strand would be, you'd add another 0 onto that. But look at how gorgeous those are. This is GS8. GS8, $20 a strand. And I should note, these strands are nice long strands. These are vintage strands, and you know, back when strands were longer than they are nowadays. I don't have a ruler. Let me see if I can get a ruler. I think there's one. Can you check on Barb's desk and see if there's a ruler over there? Just to show you, like, these are nice long strands. So this is GS8, and both of those have sold. Thank you so much. Marianne's drooling over there. Me too. Boy.
Not a ruler, but
A tape measure. We got a tape measure at least.
very fancy.
We are so fancy. So fancy over here.
I'm so fancy.
Boy, you know what, everybody? I priced these not thinking about the 10%. That kind of was a spur of the moment thing. So you're getting extra good deals on some of these because I wanted to give you good deals anyway today. And then we're like, oh, let's just do 10% more. Why not? So here we go.
Good job.
Oh, let's see here. GS9. GS9. This was a $20 strand. We did it for $14. This is going to get scooped right up. I know it. At $14 less 10%, I'm surprised somebody didn't claim it without even seeing it. These are tourmalinated quartz nuggets, Gesundheit. Look at that tourmalination in there. Beautiful. The weather must, yeah, it's supposed to get nicer. It's supposed to get warmer, up to 62 tomorrow. Look at that. Anastasia says, I'm glad you said that about keeping the secret. I keep my earbuds in my ears when I shop for my jewelry. See, that's why we don't name. We don't say, you got this one, you got that one. Because some people don't like that. You know, many people don't like it. They don't want, not everyone needs to know what you're getting, right? So this is GS. Unless you tell it. You want to tell it, you can tell it all you want, but we do not.
I love it when people show what they got from us.
Yeah, you can show it once you get it. You know, you don't have to show your whole, like, if we told everybody what everybody got tonight, everybody know how much everybody was spending, you know, that's not right. But once you get it, please take a picture and show it. Say, I got this from Allegory Gallery. Tag us. You know how that works. You know how that social media thing works, right? Tag us, everybody. Show us off so that we don't have to pay for publicity and we can keep our prices low for all of you out there. If we have to start paying for ads, the prices go up. That's just how that works. And that one is sold, by the way. Thank you so much. I knew that one wasn't going to last. That one wouldn't have lasted for me either. That was one of my favorites tonight. Here's another one of my favorites tonight.
What happened over the weekend?
What? What happened?
When I started listening to my book on tape, and William, of course, every time he walked into the room.
If you don't know, if you've not been following us, Andrew likes to listen to some interesting characters who have the loving times with each other.
It's not like they're not like romances. They just get up to it.
They just get up to a lot of romance in his novels.
No, only when you walk in. Just like in the Twilight books, that's where shipwreck. And every time he walk in, Bella be begging Edward for some sweet loving, and all he does is shake his head. This time he turned the TV on and like try to drown out my sound.
I'm like, we're gonna watch something else.
It's like, it's just getting good.
This is GS10. This is yellow opal. It was $26. Now it's $22. Less 10%, y'all. We're going to take that 10% off the invoice, off of that $22. For beautiful, one strand available of these yellow opal coins.
I love that.
They're so luminous.
It's such a pretty color.
Look at how those, don't they light up your life?
They're lighting up my eyeballs.
Anastasia says, this is the first time here for your live, so I'm happy I'm here. We're happy you're here too. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you'll see some good stuff. And please share. Please share.
Friend.
Yeah, New Georgia friend. Anne says, wow, that yellow opal is gorgeous. Oh, and the reason I read all the comments, y'all, is because I see the comments from, we're streaming in about 8 different locations, exactly 8 locations, actually. Some are on Facebook, some are on YouTube, some are on Instagram. So you can only see the comments from the location you're viewing in. So normally the biggest places to view would be Instagram, our Instagram page, our Facebook, our official Facebook page profile, or maybe in the Design Challenge group, that streamer there, and our YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is probably the most comments in one place out of all of those. So I read the comments out so that everybody gets to meet everybody, kind of, right?
It's not just us making stuff up.
It's not us making stuff up. It's not us just trying to sit here and make money and, and making up comments. People are actually out there, like Anne, who says, wow, that yellow opal is gorgeous. And Mary Ann saying it for us. We are the best group on the YouTube, Anastasia.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
Marianne's favorite color, which you'll find out soon, is pink.
We get to know each other pretty well here because we do the chat before. We get to learn each other, what we like, what we don't like. We know she's crazy for that pink.
If you ever have any pink beads and don't know what to do with them.
About what size is that yellow opal? Somebody's asking me. I'm going to say maybe 6 millimeter. Let me see if I've got a working caliper. I'll use the
letter numbers.
Use the actual numbers. This is actually, where does it go? Where does it go? Which one am I looking at? Looking at the edge there. It should be the edge. That does line up. So I think these are 8 millimeter. Looks like 8 millimeter.
This one work.
Does that one work? Oh, our batteries are dead. No, that one doesn't work either. But it's this right here, right? I'm looking at right there.
I think so.
I think on that one. I usually use the metal ones, so these ones are a little bit newfangled for me. But I think those are 8 millimeter. 8 millimeter. All right, GS10. And those are still available. I'm surprised nobody grabbed that yellow opal. Everybody loves it, but nobody wants it. It's like sunshine in your hand. Marianne says, no. Sandra says, I knew pink was coming up when you said that. We actually don't have any pink coming up, I don't think. There it is.
Yeah, 2 things about this. One is you have to give that back to me at the end. I always have one.
He's like, that is mine. I love the metal ones. I have one at my desk at home.
Now, number 2, if you have one of these, don't slide your finger on. Use that little nubbin.
So these are 8 millimeter.
Because if you slide your finger on the creases, don't do it.
Right there, everybody. That's what he's talking about.
Because these are machined and they're very, very sharp.
Yeah, don't slide your finger. Don't push this with your finger. Use that. Because these are super sharp. They're like a knife.
And I've done that, and I had 2 perfectly spaced cuts that went fairly deep. Mm-hmm. And then the blood time.
Okay, so the yellow opal has now sold out. Thank you so much.
Don't bleed on the beads, y'all.
Don't bleed on the beads. Nobody wants blood on the beads. Well, maybe you. I don't know what you're into, but. Don't. Hey.
He got tugboated on that.
I got tugboated on that. Don't bleed on our beads. Once they're yours, you
can do
whatever you want.
When I was teaching more, I'd be like,
actually, pink. I didn't think pink was coming up, but it did just come up, actually.
First rule, don't cut the teacher. Next rule, don't cut your neighbor. And then next rule, don't cut yourself.
Right? Think about others before yourself, right?
Teacher first.
Teacher first.
AKA me.
You. So this is GS11. This is strawberry quartz. Strawberry quartz. And is this man-made? Is this one?
That's the Trixie thing.
That's the Trixie thing.
Let me see.
Andrew is better at gauging that than me.
I think this is the synthetic.
Yeah, I thought so too.
What it is
So this is
There-
actually synthetic, most likely. We try
There
and be
is a
upfront.
real strawberry quartz, and those come usually from hematite inclusions. And when you're thinking of hematite, usually you think black, but the iron in hematite makes a red, almost blood red crystal. And when that is included into the clear matrix of quartz, it makes it kind of like a pink color.
I love that one.
I
Think. Yeah.
know, but it kind of looks.
Yeah.
So sometimes what they do to make this synthetic is they have a process called smelting. And so they'll take ground up quartz crystal, and aka silica, and they will mix it with different minerals, and sometimes that's what gives that its color.
Yeah. So these are most likely synthetic, and they feel warm. I don't know, but these are most likely synthetic, and they are GS11. If you like them, they're still pretty. They have a really, really faint pink color, and you get those nice striations in there. I don't know if you can see those, trying to show you those. Only $8, and it's even cheaper. It's less 10%. So if you like them, now's the time to grab those. If they do go into our online store, they'll go in at $14.
Yeah, I think that those would make really beautiful flowers. If
Oh.
you're going to do any kind of wire flowers, those would make great little petals.
Yeah, they would. Sweet little earrings.
Yeah.
All right,
I
that was.
see some more people have joined.
Yeah, lots of people. Oh, Cheryl joined us over on Instagram. Jen, is Andrew old enough to watch Loving Times? He's just listening to it.
Am I old enough? Who said that?
Jen.
Oh. I think I may be older than you, Jen. Are you old enough to hear about the Loving Times?
All right. This is Carnelian. GS12 Carnelian. And I just want to show you, like, this one strand. These are nice, like 14, 15-inch strands. And there are 2 of these available. They were $18. They're now only $12 a strand, plus 10% off that $12. But look how beautiful those are. At one point, we had lots of these. We had, I think, the whole hank of these.
She said, I hate to say it, but no, I am older than you. Oh, no.
So we have...
Hitting the big 6-0 this year.
We said you had a major birthday. We didn't say which one it was. So where was I? Anyway, we used to have the whole hank of these. We have just 2 left. I think they're really beautiful. They're only $12 each. If you want one of those, you'll actually save an extra, what, $1.20 off of that, bringing them down to closer to $10.
I never tell. Jen's all telling her birthday. I never tell.
He's like, nope, I don't tell. I don't tell. Andrew's never told.
I don't even remember most of the time.
And I'm not allowed to tell either, which puts me in some interesting situations.
That's when you say none your business.
How old is Andrew? I'm like,
None
I'm
your
not allowed to
business.
say. Not
That's what
allowed.
You'd be like,
Nunya?
Andrew said,
Nunya?
none your business.
Okay, so those are still available. I'm surprised. The strawberry quartz, I was like, that may sell, that may not. These, I'm surprised at $12. I think that's the lowest price we've ever done on those. Maybe they'll still sell. We'll see. Maybe my email client is also behind.
She says, huh? Because when Jen has 70-year-old women thinking I'm in my 20s, that tells me I'm safe. Oh, yeah, that's true. He also makes skincare products, so...
Yeah. Marianne says 18 plus, right, Andrew?
Something like that.
18 plus. All right.
Oh, Yeah, I'm older than 18.
As long as you're 18 plus, you can listen to that content.
Boy, this is young adult. But you could probably. I was like, I don't know. I mean, I used to listen or read Anne Rice when I was young, and so she didn't hold back.
So these are beautiful long tubes of sardonyx. And this is GS13. This is just one strand available. I'm showing you. Look how beautiful those are. You put one of those on a chain.
Or on a bracelet.
Or on a bracelet. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 necklaces or 10 bracelets done the simple way. And you're going to pay less than $28 for them if you claim them here in the first 24 hours.
Nice big pieces.
These are nice big pieces. These are...
This is not for the dainty.
No. So these are about 15 millimeters by... Stretch that out. Get some work. It doesn't go that far usually. By about 40.
Jen says she's not a day over 29. I used to joke around I'm turning 29 again.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, didn't you say that last year? And I was like, again.
Again.
You missed the again part. I don't even mess with that now.
So there you go. Sardonyx GS13, $28 less 10%, which is $2.80 off, right?
I did tell somebody recently at one of the classes I was in, and I think I thunderstruck them. And they're like, what?
With your age?
They're like, I thought you're like 25. And I was like, that's very nice. But
That's nice of you, but I am not. What number was that? Was that 13? Yes, 13. That hasn't sold out. I got to check my email. What you people are missing out. Okay.
Sardonyx?
No.
Well,
it is a very particular... Yeah, it's a particular thing, too. Those are big. Not everyone likes the big.
I love big.
Me, too. But here, something for everyone. Graduated. So sizes for everybody. Jet. This was $64 for the strand. As you can see, it's a double strand, right?
It's lightweight.
So this is about a 24-inch strand. Super lightweight.
So if you're going to do any of that, like morning jewelry, there you go. You could probably have a go at carving it if you're confident.
Right. The bigger pieces. These could also, I mean, this would be beautiful with bone. I don't think, do I have any bone? You had some bone. Let me see if I've got, I just moved that. No, I moved it to the other room. I was going to say, I had some bone, but I moved it all into the other room. This would look beautiful with that. It would look great with pearls. Like, imagine that with some nice pearls.
I would want a skull.
Skulls. Put skulls with it.
My emo.
Not everybody likes the skulls, but if you do like the skulls.
You know, I used to have this store online. I only sold skull beads.
Only sold skull beads.
And we were together, but I don't think you knew what I was doing.
I remember you doing it. Collecting your skulls.
I know. I got so bored of it, though.
I guess. Marianne's drooling again, right? This is a beautiful strand. It's only $48, and you're going to get 10% off, so almost $5 off of that. So that's a good deal. $4.80 off. So that's nice, right? And look at this. So it graduates from up here. These are about 6 millimeter all the way up to, what is that? 25 millimeter. So that's GS14, retail $64. Special price for you all watching this live only, $48, and then an extra 10% off if you're watching this live in the first 24 hours. All right, before Tuesday's live, pretty much. And one strand available. One strand available. How are y'all doing out there? Everybody doing okay? Need a break? How's everybody doing? We have 50 lots tonight, everybody. So settle yourself in for the evening. We've got a lot to go over. Hold on, I got out of order here. Okay. Suzanne's great. Just had dinner. Nice. We have not had dinner yet. I don't know what we're going to have for dinner, but I bought lots of stuff at the grocery store today. It's one of those days. I bought a hummus tray of like 4 different kinds of hummus, and I kind of just want to have hummus and chips for dinner. Like that's the kind of day it's feeling like.
You can't do that.
Why?
It's bad for your heart.
Marianne needs to charge her phone. So this, I believe, this is a dyed agate, right?
Yes.
Yes. Dyed agate, everybody. But dyed very prettily.
I was going to show you one of my new books, but I can't find it. So I may not have brought it over, or it could have been kind of in the move. I kind of rapidly put stuff away. So I'm going to have to resort. If anybody wants to become my intern and help me catalog my books.
You had an offer and then you felt bad.
I did not.
She's like, I did not.
This one girl, she emailed me and was like, can I be your intern? I really want to learn metalwork. And I was like, I'm pretty new, so you probably know more than I do. But if you want to learn like other stuff.
Other stuff too.
Or we're going to learn together.
Right.
That probably sounded creepy, so maybe that's why.
So this is GS15.
But anyway, that would be nice to have somebody help me. But the book I was going to share is I follow this artist on Instagram named Teresa Kiplinger, and she is really cool. She likes a lot of stuff that's like inspired by Memento Mori and stuff. And so the book is called In Death Lamented, and it's all about mourning jewelry. So there's the Lover's Eye and Jet, and they talk about Queen Victoria. And when I have a hot minute, I'm going to finish it. But I feel guilty reading books, so that's why I listen to the audiobooks.
Anastasia says, I'm on the website now, so how do I find the items you have on sale? Right now, I don't know if there's much on sale. We generally have a permanent sale collection, but we just finished a big sale and I've not gotten that redone. But available for purchase, if that's what you mean by sale, just go to the shop tab. But pretty much the whole first page shows you lots of stuff. You can search using the search bar if you're looking for something in particular. But right now, I don't know if there's much in the sale collection until I get that redone. But we generally try to have something on sale all the time, even though our prices are generally very, very good no matter what.
Yeah, you missed the moving sale.
You missed the big moving sale we had, and we just finished that up. And so I've not had a chance to sit down and we hand pick everything that we put on sale. So I have to go through. Yeah, but when we do the everyday sale, usually I change that every week or every 2 weeks, and I hand pick everything for that sale collection. So if you're seeing the sale in the menu, that's you may not see a lot. I actually have to look because I don't know if anything is popping up there right now. But I took everything off of there for the moving sale, so we weren't discounting twice. We can't afford that.
There is stuff, some of the artisan pewter that we used to carry that has a sale until we sell out. But I'm not going to talk about that.
Stuff does come up in the sale, but they're not actually at a sale price.
I will say
so ignore that.
Is because we're closing it out, and that's 30% off.
Yes, and I don't know if there's not a lot of it left. GS16. This is a strand of beautifully clear quartz, little quartz round, and these are, I think, 8. 8mm, yep. 8mm quartz rounds. They were $24 for the strand. I believe these are Brazilian. These are now $14 for the strand. Look how beautiful those are. Nice quality, clear quartz. And this is about a 16-inch strand. And you get an extra 10% off that.
Look how pretty. So many points of light.
I know. And that one is sold. Thank you so much. Michelle has joined in. Hello, Michelle.
Howdy.
Good to see you here. Hope all is well for you.
Hopefully the flooding stopped.
I know. All right. Who likes lapis? I like lapis.
Have you seen Janice cats lately?
I feel like I'm not maybe on the live, but I feel like I've seen comments or seen her pop up.
I always get concerned when you don't see somebody for a while.
Look at this. I'm going to show you this one strand at a time. This is beautiful lapis.
Whoa.
I know. You can see it here.
William, are you sure that's the right price?
I know.
You're tripping.
I know. I told you I was trying to give good prices to begin with, and then we decided to do the 10%. These are 8mm.
Basically, we paid this much.
So these were $24 retail. I dropped it way low for y'all down to 16. And then stupidly I said, let's give 10% extra.
Wow, you're just celebrating life right now. You got high off of that extra hour of sunshine.
I guess so.
And that made you in such a good mood that you
just
like,
giving things away, giving them away. So here we go. 3 strands. Sandra's like, I don't care for lapis, right? We know. We know you like it probably, I don't know, as much as I do, maybe more. I don't know if that's possible. I do love lapis. And these are beautiful stones.
Look at the color.
I know. Look at that metallic in there. Look at that flashy shine. Beautiful, deep blue. Look, that metal is shining in there.
It's not that washed out color.
No, it is not. This is not your washed out lapis. Only
the acid wash jeans
I know.
Lapis.
And those are all sold out. Thank you so much. I knew at that price that had to, like, I don't know what happened to my brain when I made that price. Those should have been like $20 at least.
I don't even know what percentage it is.
That's a nice percentage off. So those are sold out.
I'm close to my
Yes. All right. Next up, y'all. Next up. Do you like goldstone? How about blue goldstone? Look how pretty that blue goldstone is. Now this is a synthetic stone, as many of you know if you watch us often.
You know what? We were watching that show Blown Away, and they were talking about the Venetian glass. There was a Venetian glass challenge at some point, and one of the people, they made a key that was supposed to be like a golden key, and they kept calling it aventurine.
Mm-hmm.
And for the Venetian glass, it's basically goldstone. So what they do is they take the copper and they it has a similar coefficient to glass, and so they put it in that, and that helps it not bust up. Because sometimes when you have metal and glass, it doesn't always have the same coefficient, or they're not close enough, so it ends up cracking. So I guess that's why they use it as a synthetic. So that they make that with little bits of copper, and they put that in the basically glass.
There it is, GS18. It was $18, now $14. You saw it was a nice double strand. Well, it's a full strand anyway. $14 less 10%. And that one has sold. Thank you so much.
So I got some ground up goldstone, and I'm on fire for gold. So
Anne says, I love blue goldstone, sparkly.
isn't it? It's like a midnight sky.
I went crazy on this price too, y'all.
Yeah, you did.
Crazy on this price.
Usually he's busting my chops because
I know.
picked the price.
I want you to see how long this strand is. 17 inches times 2. So it's that 34-inch strand.
Holy smokes.
34-inch strand of lapis chips.
That's like if you had one 14-inch strand.
It was $18, which is already a dang good price. Doing this for $12. Less 10% if you order. Like, I'm just giving away the store today. It's like I said, lapis, let's just give it away today.
Oh boy. If you like those Tree of Lives, that would be good for those.
Yep. GS19, and that is already sold. Thank you so much. Don't even need to show it any more than that. Somebody knows they got the deal.
That's on them extra long.
Yeah, it is. Extra, extra. I did the same thing with this next strand.
Oh boy. Check out that color.
Oh, I know. So again, another almost 17 inch, 16 and a half. So almost 34 inch. It probably is actually if you get it right. This is fluorite.
Look at that color.
Beautiful color.
Normally when you get fluorite and chip, it kind of is washed out.
Mm-hmm.
And this is super saturated.
Yeah. Natural fluorite. Beautiful color.
It's almost straight up teal.
Yeah, there are some that are in here that are like teal.
And then the purple is like
look at that one.
it's gonna get
It's like
your
blue.
eyes purple.
Yeah, that's like almost amethyst purple. Look, it pretty much is an amethyst color. But this is fluorite, y'all. Super saturated, beautiful fluorite. $12 only for the strand, and that has sold. Thank you so much.
Wow.
I said I wanted to give you all good prices for this time change. I know it's wearing on some of you, but the extra 10%, that's like extra, extra good.
Extra.
Extra. I wasn't planning on that when I made these prices. All right. GS 21. Andrew showed one of these the other day. I can't remember why.
It wasn't a prize. I gave this shorty.
Oh, you gave the shorty away. So this is pyrite.
If you wanted that.
And look how beautiful. It still has some of the gemmy part. Like, look at that. The quartz matrix. That's what it is. So the quartz matrix in there. I did this instead of $28, brought it all the way down to $22.
Wow.
And then you get an extra 10% off. So that's an extra $2.20 off, bringing that below $20.
I love how those lines of white kind of soften it up.
Yeah, sometimes pyrite's really
like hardcore.
Right.
Like you can go to the roller derby and knock somebody down.
Yeah.
But this kind of adds a little bit of like a subtle kind of.
Like, look at that one. That has a big chunk of it in there. Like, do you see pyrite like this in the world very often? I do not. Do you see it for $20?
It's got kind of a gilded edge.
It's really, yeah, it's really cool.
That gold, that kind of metallic gold with the marble of like a table or something.
Anastasia says, I live on topaz and pyrite.
Nice.
Right? Beautiful combination too. So there it is. How often do you see pyrite with that beautiful quartz matrix in there?
You know, you don't really see pyrite very much anymore.
No. So that's GS21. Still available from what I can see. As long as my emails are running on time.
I do like it when there's a little bit of an artifact of like the natural stone.
Yeah. When it's so perfect, it's like that could just be machine made. Like when you see that little extra in there.
That's hard to fake.
What is that one? That's this. Is that sesame?
It looks like it.
Sesame jasper. I believe sesame jasper. And graduated coins that overlap one another.
Sometimes called kiwi jasper.
Kiwi jasper. This is originally $36, down to $22. GS22.
Wouldn't these be cool as earrings?
I think so.
And if you did it in a way that you did it on like a fiber, you know, and knotted it in between, it could move and articulate almost like little vertebrae.
That'd be cool.
You have like a dragon.
Vertebrae with cushions.
Wouldn't that be pretty?
Yeah.
Or even just like as a focal, you could have 3 of them lined up.
Yeah.
I mean, that shape, if you're just designing to design, it's not necessarily the easiest. You either have to use like all of it, or you have to use like segments.
Yeah.
But like one individual, you may have to do some interesting stuff with like bead caps or something.
Yeah.
Because it is kind of drilled.
I mean, imagine even like an earring, just a drop like that.
Yeah, they're subtly done with where they're offset in a diagonal holes. So that's how they end up kind of like making that overlapping scale design.
Aren't they cool? I think it's cool.
You don't really see that very much. That used to be really popular back in the day. But nowadays, you don't really see that very much.
So just the one strand of those available, GS22, $22, less 10% if you order before tomorrow's live.
Ooh. Wait a second. Wait a second. No, no, sir. No, sir.
Andrew's calling it.
Those were the ones I was talking about yesterday that I said that I had claimed for my own particular use. And then now here go.
I didn't know these you claimed.
This claimed.
That's claimed. All right, everybody.
You can show it and then make it in my hand.
Andrew says you are not allowed to buy these. This is what it was. These.
The smoky quartz slices.
Smoky quartz slices.
Look how
Boy,
I
had a good price on those for y'all too. Sorry, everybody.
I had claimed that my own self. I put them up, and then I was like, well, if they sell, then it was meant to be. Guess what? It's meant to be live with me.
So there it is.
So, sorry.
Sorry, everybody. Not allowed. Well, I don't know about these next ones then.
Let's see. What you got?
Oh, that's Andrew's.
Thank you.
These ones.
You can sell those.
He says you can have those ones.
These ones I had a project in mind.
Now, what is this?
They call it serpentine.
Yeah, that's serpentine. I was like, is it pyrite or prenite or serpentine?
There's no block.
Serpentine.
You know, if they don't know what the name of the stone is, if it's green, they call it serpentine. So I'm just telling you.
He's like, I'm just telling you. So these are serpentine shards, we'll call them.
And they look kind of matte.
They are matte. They are really cool.
Like satin finish.
Mm-hmm.
They like glowing at you.
They've been sandblasted.
Is that polymer clay?
I know. It looks like it, right? But no.
What is it?
Where are you gonna find that stone again?
Good question.
So this is a nice long strand of this. Let me show you. This is about 16 to 17 inch strand.
Oh, and I should mention this because I see this. If you put in your subject line the number and then send it, it's way faster. If you put like, I would like this one, please.
Yeah.
How's your day? Are you happy in your life? Generally speaking,
Somebody may beat you to it.
They're gonna beat you to it.
But this one, GS24, you can just hit that and hit send. You don't have to say, I'd like to do this. I'd like to just, if we see GS24 in the subject line and you're the first one, you got it. All right. So these are beautiful serpentine. Oh, they were $56. That's a chunky strand, y'all.
There's a lot on
There's a lot on there. You can do a lot with those. They were $56. I brought them down to 32 before I knew I was giving you an extra 10%. So this is below $30.
That's a good price.
This is like 29 something?
It almost looks
28
like
something?
glass.
I know.
I would imagine a mermaid wearing that.
That is a delightful strand for less than $30.
I love that.
So if you think you might be able to do anything with that at any time, by the way, peach fuzz would go really nice with this.
Or pearls.
Or pearls. But I would love to see, like, get that vintage vibe going and get that lime green and that peach fuzz together.
Minty,
right? Look at that. So there you go.
Be a Southern Belle, William?
Yes, I will. For that color of the year, I love peach fuzz, by the way, if you can't tell. I want to put it with everything. So,
well, I think that'd go well with pearls. With the green.
I can see that too. What number was that? That was 24. Going on 25.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
This
is one strand.
Get ready.
Strand.
It's not a small strand. It's not petite.
This is one strand. This is about 17 to 18 doubled, so 34 to 36 inch strand. Look how beautiful these are.
Agate.
Beautiful agates. Like, you're getting a lot of agate stones for $32, less than $30 again once that 10% is off. GS25.
It's a good deal.
GS25. Do you think you can go to a rock shop and buy all these rocks out of their rock shop for less than $30?
I would probably do it called high grade and pick off your favorite ones and then sell off the ones you don't want. And it'd still make a full strand.
Right. Oh, look at those. Look at that
There's
one.
so much character.
Look at that one right there. That's one I'd pick off for me.
They've got so much movement and character, and there's so much happening. It's not. Sometimes when stones are a little too perfect, they kind of look like they're like glass or something, or like crystal.
Right.
And that's nice and all, but to me, it's not as interesting as these stones that have like a lot of movement and character and inclusions.
Yeah.
And you don't need like a lot either.
So look at that.
That's a lot.
That is a lot for less than $30.
You know what that reminds me of? Is going to the beach on the Great
Beach
Lakes
combing
and picking up stones.
That's a heavy strand right there.
There are a lot of beads on there.
Yeah, there are. All right, everybody. Did you like that one? Oh, my box is going to fall over. Okay. 26. What stone is this, Andrew?
That's Amazonite.
Amazonite.
Nice quality.
Nice quality. Hand carved.
Let me tell you, that's a good price for that.
Amazonite leaves. Andrew's like, what are you doing?
That's a good. So one of the reasons why you don't see a lot of carved stuff is because there's a lot of material that gets cut away. So you're paying also for the stone that was cut away. So it's not just the stone you have, but it's also the stone that was removed.
And you can see how nice quality these stones were.
Yeah, so those are definitely nicely carved too. It's not like the ones, I'm not going to say anything bad about them because I like them too. But sometimes they just have like a flat shape with like a line on it, and they're like,
that's
a
the leaf,
leaf.
Right? Yeah, like they'll draw the vein down the center and a few little done.
And then you're like, with the power of belief, we will overcome.
that suspension of disbelief.
Yeah, but these ones are really
These
detailed.
are detailed. So these are only $22. Less 20 or less 10%. Let's not get crazy. Less 10%. So less than $20.
So my mom, when we were growing up, or not when I was growing up with my mom because I was not alive, but when I was growing up, we didn't have a lot of money, so there were certain things that we didn't have. But my mom, she wanted this thing. It's called like a jade tree. And it had those carved leaves, and then they were put on this like wire.
And that has, no, never mind. That one has not sold out yet. Sorry.
And so
25 sold out though.
They had these trees that had the stone leaves, and then they have these little things called mudmen. That she saved up so long for that thing. Did you see that, William, when you were in Florida?
I don't remember.
And we were forbidden to touch it or even come near. There was a whole set of furniture that we were not even allowed to sit on.
All right. Next up, ocean jasper.
And listen to this stuff they call ocean jasper and don't have no pattern.
This is beautifully patterned, vintage, old ocean jasper. Good quality. There are 4 of these available, and I'm put my computer on top. They're all different, of course. They look like all different patterns, but this is a sample of one.
So you get a random selection. But look at that. It's got those orbicular shapes.
Amy says, did the furniture have plastic covers?
No, not for this one.
Just weren't allowed at all.
It was this carved set. I thought about getting one and then showing it to my mom and then being like, look at me sitting on it. But then I didn't want her to whoop me, and she would.
And think you took hers.
Yeah, she'd be like, even though it would be like in her living room, she'd be convinced that I had stolen it somehow. So I don't need to fan those flames.
No. Look at these beautiful patterns. So there are up to 4 of these strands available. GS27. They were $32. Old quality ocean jasper can be very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good deal anyway, but we're giving it to you for $20, less 10%. Less 10%.
I would probably put that on a head pin, just one, and then have that be like a pendant.
Let me show you one more, just so you can see. I'm not going to show you all 4 of them because they're big and bulky, but let me show you another one. Just so you can see, you will get a random strand if you order these. Amy says, is the ocean jasper all mined out?
I don't think so. But the quality is
is super poor compared to some of the older stuff.
You don't get all the patterns.
No, you're getting a lot of just the blank color. So this is one of the other strands that you could possibly get if you order these. Look at that one. That looks like an eye. Like, look at how beautiful those patterns are. So that's 2 of the 4 possible. And they are lovely. GS27. Jen says, I've played with these beads and they're stunning. You will love them. And she also says, I would like those if they were sliced into quarters. I could see that. I like these on a head pin, and you could do them either as earrings or just on a head pin, on a chain, a very simplistic design. Some of these are so beautiful for that.
If I get $500, get that add-on for the jewel tool, and I could cut it.
Oh, there's another add-on.
Of course, every other day there's an add-on. On a good way, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's good once you when you spend the money on a tool. It's nice when there are updates that you could also invest in. I like that.
All right, I'm gonna show you a piece of new ocean jasper.
Oh yeah.
Here you go. Look. Whoa, the pattern.
It's pretty in its grayness, right?
They don't got no pattern, not even a little. How you know?
Yep.
You have the psychic connection to be able to tell that one.
Okay, for those of you who like the vintage freshwater pearls, y'all. Another beautiful strand. GS 28. It was $28. Now $22. Less 10%.
Those are pretty.
Those are super pretty. There's kind of bronzy ones with that green again, and the purples, and the yellows, and the pinks even. Like, look. GS28, less than $20.
So pretty.
And look at that shape. You don't see pearls like this at this price anymore.
And this is not glass.
No, these are not glass. These are real pearls. These are real 16-inch strands.
Jen said, where's Denise?
Oh, for the chunky ones.
I haven't seen Denise in a long time.
No. We don't see Denise much anymore. She doesn't bead much anymore. There you go. GS28, only $22. Less 10% if you're watching in the first 24 hours, like you all live.
The only thing I know is that there's a big digger out in front of her house.
Yeah, they're putting, I don't know if it's an addition.
I think it's a pool next to a hot tub.
Oh, that makes sense. That'll be nice for them. She could use that for sure.
For the PT.
Mm-hmm. All right, more pearls, y'all. These are even prettier, hence a little bit more expensive. You know, when they get pretty, they get expensive. But we're not talking.
These are this expensive. This $25.
I know. Look at those.
The one, when I went and bought Edison pearls in Tucson last year, now that's what you call expensive.
GS28 has sold out. This is GS29. Look at the color in that. Look at, those are brilliant. Brilliant color. Look at those colors shine in your eyes.
I think when I got Edison pearls, they were like $400 a strand. You got one strand, by the way. That person, it was a good sale for them, but the amount of hemming and hawing,
I can only imagine.
And I was like pulling my vendor friend from their other booth to come and look and help me pick out which one was the best one.
And this one has sold as well. Thank you.
And they're like, you could really pick any of them and be happy. I was like, are you just tired of me going back and forth? And they're like, no.
Like, you don't really need to pay attention to me.
They're like, I'm going to go back and work now.
Now, if you thought those were nice, maybe you want a little bit bigger.
Oh, boy.
And this, I took the granddaddy of all discounts off of this one and wasn't planning on giving an extra 10 when I did it. But
oh, boy. That's my... What are you doing, boy?
He's like, that's my strand. Here's another one Andrew's going to take from y'all.
Maybe. I'm thinking about it.
GS30
This everlasting gobstopper up in here.
Look how big those are.
Big, big.
$42 originally. Now less than $30 with that
You
discount.
tripping. That's at least 70, 80.
See that? We give you fair pricing when we get good prices.
Oh boy. Look how big them are.
I know. They're slightly graduated too. They get bigger in some areas, but look at that. GS30 already sold. Thank you so much. Andrew's
Wow.
like, I should have just taken that.
I need to go walk away maybe.
He's like, I should have been watching William do this.
I know.
You didn't watch me this time.
No.
He's like, he normally price things high. I'm giving everything away. Like these $16
He got in a good mood to
pearls.
see the sun.
I know, it was actually a long day today.
After the snow all weekend.
GS31, these were $22, which they should be more than that actually. And for you all, $16. Look at those beautiful little pearls. Less than $16 after that 10% off. If you're watching this video in the first 24 hours. Imagine that with that jet. Those and the jet strand together. Or the hematite.
I used to
or the
do,
pyrite, I mean.
wedding jewelry all the time. And the amount of pearls, like this color pearl.
Like, where's that? Did we sell that that pyrite?
Jet.
The pyrite?
The pyrite?
I think this and the pyrite look good together. Like, look how that would bring that out in that mix of like soft and hard. Wouldn't that be cool? I think so. Anyway.
Stranded up pearls. If you're good, if you're good at knotting, and you just knotted that, you could sell that easy peasy.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants the knotted pearl.
Yep. So that one has sold. Thank you so much.
That's a whole new world, another world is bridal jewelry.
No, thank you.
If you're just selling it straight out,
I guess yeah, if you're not designing.
But if you're working with somebody, that can be hard sometimes.
Okay, everybody, get ready.
They do the bridezilla.
32. Look at these pearls. Less than $20 after that 10% discount.
Those are pretty.
Check those out. Beautiful color.
Mm-hmm.
Those look like really bronzy.
Yeah, they're bronzy, but there's kind of a grayish blue as well.
Mm-hmm. GS32. I noticed there's one in here that is
different.
Whoop, as I drop it, and it's like kind of cracked. But still a great price for that strand.
You can talk about crack. When we went to Tucson last year, I was trying to restock some faceted pearls because you know how I love the faceted pearls.
Yes.
And those are real big, maybe 20 years ago. And what the vendor told me back in the day was that they stopped making them because it was just too expensive. And then they said you had to have really good quality pearls to do faceted pearls, or and you had to have relatively large pearls to do faceted pearls. Otherwise, it doesn't really, you don't get like that full wow effect. And then nowadays, they said, generally speaking, the pearls, the faceted pearls that you're going to get nowadays are kind of the junky ones that they're trying to get rid of. So what they do is they just take like the lowest quality ones and then facet it. the ones they can't sell.
No.
But then what happens with that is if they're not really good quality pearls, they look chewed up. Like all the, the good quality pearls are the ones that they're left a long time to develop several layers of nacre or however you pronounce it. And so years and years, if you have all those thin layers, it creates a more lustrous and more shimmery pearl. But if you have fewer pearls where they rush the pearls, then when they facet them, then they, they don't, they don't look that great.
So this is GS33. Was $18, which is a great price. Now $15. This is Sodalite.
That's Sodalite.
Is it Sodalite?
Yeah, that's Sodalite.
Sodalite. And these are 10 millimeter rounds.
Pretty good color for Sodalite.
Deep color for Sodalite, yeah.
Almost a demorterite color.
Yeah, it is kind of demorterite. But Sodalite. $15 only. Less than $15 with that discount. One strand available. And no longer available. It is sold. Sorry, everybody.
Did you bring your drink?
I did. It's right here. You need to take a drink. Another strand of beautiful sodalite. This one, you're going to see some of the oranginess you can sometimes see. There you go in sodalite. And you get those little orange speckles. I love it. A beautiful color. Remember, if you're new, the way to claim is scrolling across the bottom, but you take the lot number. This is GS34. Send that in an email to info@allegorygallery.com. Please make sure you put Allegory Gallery, info@allegorygallery.com, and hit send. Please make a new email each time. Do not reply to your previous emails. And if you have a question about something, please change the subject to something like question about GS34, or ask it now when we're live, if you're watching live. Beautiful. Sandra says, I didn't know sodalite had orange in it. Why? You know, Andrew?
Because of the iron.
The iron. There you go. These
makes it orange.
These are 8 millimeter. Yeah, sometimes you'll get orange in sodalite. And it's such a pretty combination. You don't see it all the time. It's usually, in basic sodalite, you don't normally see it. Sometimes on higher, nicer ones, you'll see that orange. But it's not as prominent. And that's a really good price. Less than $14. And that strand has sold. Thank you so much. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, I love that.
This is Baltic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Baltic amber, everybody. Who doesn't freaking love Baltic amber?
Those are good pieces too. Hey, do we have a black light here?
Maybe on Barb's desk. There was one, or on her packing table. Baltic amber. This is already strung up as a necklace. It would be right on top, I think, if it's there. So,
I don't see it. Let me check my desk.
I know we had one here. Baltic amber. This strand necklace we had at $98 retail, which is already, that's a really, really low price, honestly. It probably should go higher. But we're doing it at $75 for y'all, less that 10%. That brings it below $70.
if you have a black light, so generally speaking, there are a lot of fakes for very high quality amber, and one of the ways that you can tell if it's real or not, because some of the fakes are really good. One of the ways that you can tell is to shine a black light on it and it will fluoresce. That's one of the ways that you can tell that it's a natural amber. And if you're still questioning, there's what's called a hot pin test. And this one's a little bit more subjective. But what will happen if you do what's called a hot pin test, it's where you take a pin that you're holding with pliers that you're not going to touch with your fingers because you can burn yourself.
Don't burn yourself.
And you heat the pin up, and then you stick it in an area that's not like, not the main one right in the face, you pick one that's kind of like towards the back. And if it makes a black smoke and smells like burning gas, then it's plastic. Otherwise, it won't.
Beautiful Baltic amber necklace / gemstone strand. $75 before your extra 10%. This is about a 18 to 19 inch strand.
And you can wear it as a finished necklace right now.
Yeah, this already has a screw clasp.
And generally those are a carved, I want to say carved resin.
So there you go.
Now when you're tightening it up, don't tighten it up like you're Hercules.
No.
You're going to
strip that right out.
You're going to strip the screws.
So that's GS35.
And then it may never come off.
There you go.
It will be one with you for all time.
All time, as should be, maybe.
I don't know.
Anybody going to take that one home with them?
That makes me claustrophobic.
And if you like that one, we have a GS36.
Now these are done kind of by weight.
Yeah, this one's just a little bit heavier, so it's a little bit more expensive. Still really excellent pricing we've done on these. Baltic amber necklaces / gemstone strands, however you want to use them. You can cut it apart if you want to.
There are stories of how they used to get amber, and off the coast of Lithuania, they have these beaches, and you get these scoop nets. And because the amber is lighter, when the water erodes because it was like a shallow sea or whatever, and then it erodes the material, and supposedly the amber floats. Or I don't know if it floats. It's not like a buoy, but it doesn't sink to the bottom like a stone.
Sandra's asking, is that amber? Both of these, GS35 and 36. Yes, Sandra, they are amber. Genuine Baltic amber. You're probably asking because the price is so low, right? But yes, they are.
Now, if you sell on Etsy, don't buy this.
Yeah, you cannot sell amber on Etsy.
And the reason why is it was really common to sell amber necklaces for like teasing necklaces for babies. Because supposedly wearing the amber, it makes their teeth not hurt. I don't know how that happens because they don't actually chew on it. It's just, I don't know. The power of the amber makes the teeth not hurt. But anyway, so baby choked on it, so they don't allow
Yeah,
you to sell amber
there was a
beads
big
anymore.
lawsuit for Etsy, and now any description with amber in it gets banned, pretty much.
Even if it's not actually amber and it's like glass beads, if your descriptor is amber,
Yeah, the color amber.
then they won't let you post it.
But you can use those for yourself.
I know, or sell it on your own website,
right?
or at a show or whatever. That's kind of an heirloom piece.
Marianne says, when did that happen, not selling amber on Etsy? This has been a year or two now.
Probably longer than that.
Maybe longer than that. But if you see any amber, people are getting away with it. I know Jen said, I can't even use a single piece in anything. Yeah, even one little piece of amber.
If you say it's in it.
If you say it's in it. Now, if you don't say it in it, then they don't catch it, right? But if you mention that if something has amber in it, then you're gonna get struck down.
Even if it's ground up, which is so weird.
Yeah, it was supposed to originally have been if it was under a certain size, and now it's pretty much any amber. If you mention amber, even the color amber, the listing gets taken down.
Because the AI.
The AI. So this is GS37.
That's the sister strand to the one that I kept.
The amethyst in these amethyst shards.
I kept the smoky quartz, but this is the amethyst.
And these are stunning at less than $30 for the strand. It's originally $56, which is a great price retail. $32 your price, and then that extra 10% off.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do image transfer on one side and then cover the back with a little bit of UV resin. And so it's going to be like these shards of pictures.
That'd be cool. Maybe do a tutorial. Anybody gets this strand, they can do that too.
Maybe.
He's like, maybe.
Sometimes I like to make things my own way.
So this is a nice big strand of those. I love those. I love the noise they make. I like how they hang.
And no two are exactly alike.
No.
That's the cool thing.
Yeah.
You know, if you're like really into symmetry,
this is not for you. GS37, $32.
If you like things to be a little bit more asymmetrical or more organic or more, you know, a little bit more wild or funky, or even if you wanted to use those in small segments, I know some of y'all really like to make that, they call it bar jewelry, which kind of sounds like you're going to go to the bar, but where you just make a little small segment, like 2 inches of it, and wire it, and wrap it on both sides.
That's demortarite, that one, right? Or is that? Yeah. Anastasia says, there was a document on amber last year. During World War II, I think this guy had a room full of amber, and the soldiers stole it, and they are still looking for it to this day.
Yeah, that was in Russia. And it's called the Amber Room, and they made replacements, but it's all some of it is synthetic, so it kind of looks like a lot of plastic. I mean, I love plastic, but
Marianne says the Amber Room was in Russia and the Nazis stole it.
Yeah, but they rebuilt it, but it's not.
Next up, GS38. This is demortarite. Demortarite rounds. We have 5 strands of this available.
Beautiful kind of denim-y.
Yeah, this is, you want some denim color.
Slightly purple.
It can be.
Ever so slightly.
Some little veining through it, not a lot.
If you saw the Nevada rose that you have on the website, that's what it looks like in purple. And then this one is the blue color.
Beautiful demortarite. These are, I believe, 10 millimeter. Yeah, about 9.5, 10 millimeter beads. $15 a strand before your 10%. They were $18 a strand, down to $15, down $1.50 less than that for you all. And these are 16-inch strands, full 16-inch strands. Demortarite. I think it's so pretty. I think it's so really pretty. GS38. Down to 4 strands of that. Thank you so much. GS39. That's green aventurine, right?
Yes.
Green aventurine.
Supposed to be good luck.
Green, green. 2 strands available, as you can see. These are small. These, I think, are 4. No, these are 6. Wow. 6 millimeter. I guess 4 would be really tiny. 6 millimeter. Green aventurine. I love green aventurine. That kind of glassy green you sometimes get.
If you make mala necklaces, these would be great.
Yeah, they would.
Hand knot some. That'd be wonderful.
Beautiful. These were $16 a strand, down to $12 a strand.
Gonna be manifesting all that money.
You go manifest some saved money in your wallet. You buy these today because you're going to get an extra 10% off that $12 price. Green aventurine. $12 less 10%, so less an extra $1.20 off. And there are only 2 strands of that available.
Oh, Anne just posted an hour ago that
Oh,
what she did with the
nice. Thank you, Anne.
agate.
Look how beautiful that is with those beautiful, beautiful. That's the looks like a raccoon bead.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's really nice.
Good job.
Great job on that. Where am I at here? 39.40. Sandra said, those are so pretty. The green aventurine, yes, they are. Super cheap, too. Cheap, 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 cheap. All right. GS40. This is blue lace agate.
Ooh.
These were $28 for the strand, down to $18. I took a whole $10 off. Look at that crazy pricing. Less 10% off of that. Only 1 strand of this left. Beautiful light color in this. Blue lace agate. Blue lace agate, you know, has that blue chalcedony if you're waiting for next Mercury retrograde and you need that protection. Use that. But just beautiful soft color in those. The beautiful soft veining you get in there. Just, I love it. 1 strand available, GS40. GS40. GS41 coming up. Now remember, everybody, if you are not in our Facebook group, let me put that banner up here if I can find it real quick. There we are. Facebook.com/group/Allegory Gallery Design Challenges. Check us out. Check us out there. What's Jen saying? Oh, I missed the question. Millimeter, please.
Just have some millimeter rest.
Oh, did I? Okay, good. Join our Facebook group if you're on Facebook. Facebook.com/group/Allegory Gallery Design Challenges. Show off the designs you make with our jewelry, with our beads there. We'd love to see what you make. GS41, some rose quartz. So these are 16 millimeter strands of, I believe, 8 millimeter. Yes, 8 millimeter rose quartz. And you're paying only less than $12 for a 16-inch strand of rose quartz. And beautiful rose quartz. Really pretty. I think it's gorgeous. Very light color. Very pretty. 3 strands available at that special price. When those go on the website, they will go up in price if they make it to the website, of course. GS41 rose quartz, 8 millimeter rounds. 3 available, less than $12. Super good price on this one too. Another hand-carved strand. Hand-carved leaf beads. These are more the ones with the more simplistic carving, but equally beautiful. They do carve into the edge, which is nice. And these are amethyst. And this strand was $32, down to $22. Take that 10% off, you're less than 20 bucks. And this strand is a hand carved, pretty much, yep, 16-inch strand, hand carved amethyst leaves, GS42. Less than $20. Take 2 of those, make a pair of earrings, sell it for 20 bucks, and you've made your money back, and you get to keep the rest of the strand for yourself. Or to make more earrings and make more money. I think that would be an easy one to pay off if you make jewelry to sell.
Or if you have to make a bunch of gifts.
Yes. Making gifts, all the same gifts, make them quick, do them up. Everybody gets the same kind of thing.
I think they're nice because there's a little bit of detail in them, and they're unique enough that you don't need like a lot. I mean, you could go extra on it and put, you know, some tassels and all this other stuff, but I think sometimes when you've got such a unique component, you don't need to do a lot to dress it up.
Right. Next up, howlite.
And now before you all start saying, you know,
Poo-pooing.
Ooh, howlite. This is natural howlite. So this is not dyed.
Look how beautiful it is.
I think it's so pretty. Like when it's, you know, I think it's nice when it's dyed, but I think it's better when it's natural.
Yeah, they dye it because it takes dye well.
And it looks like turquoise.
Yeah, but
because it's similar to turquoise because it's a porous stone.
I would rather have real turquoise and undyed howlite.
Some people have gotten to calling this white turquoise because howlite has such a bad rap now. But it's got such a beautiful, almost luminous, creamy white, and then with some gray veining on it. And it just is lovely.
These are 10 millimeters. 1 strand available. And your price today, less than $12. You get 10% off that $12 price.
That's a good price.
That is a good price.
We call it white turquoise. You could probably sell it for triple.
Right? White turquoise.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
People falling all over themselves.
Somebody there had this lodge up near where we are, and they have like ski resort, and they had white turquoise in their thing, and people like they're all whispering about it and planning how they were gonna get them some.
You're like,
and I was like, huh?
You know what that is,
like,
right?
This? They're like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
you have so much.
GS44, these are carved in the shape of a shell.
Or if you want to go Art Deco, it's got that kind of Art Deco vibe.
Mm-hmm. These are hand carved again and shaped. And this is approximately just about a 16-inch strand. And just to give you an idea on the size on these are about 19 by 21 millimeters.
That'd make a good mermaid tail.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it
If you
would.
do any kind of figurative stuff. I made a piece that was an articulated mermaid, and I used a bronze.
Oh, what stone is that, Andrew?
Hmm.
Marianne's asking it. I totally forgot. I was going to ask you on that one before.
Looks like Canadian jade. You have the little silver specks.
Canadian jade is Andrew's, because it has, if you can see, these little silver specks in there. Not all of them have that, but a number of them have the silver specks throughout. So he's saying Canadian jade. So there it is. GS44, $22 only. Less than that with your 10% discount.
Good job. Good job.
That's a good job you claimed that one.
Did anybody claim it?
Not yet. Still available, surprisingly. Those hand-carved ones, they're nice. Sometimes they go, sometimes they don't.
I know. We had almost got it right because we had those morganite leaves at one time from Tucson, and people lost their minds when they didn't get it. So you just never know.
Right. All right. Here's some more halite. This is the size down. This is 8 millimeter, I believe.
Those are pretty.
8 millimeter. GS. Okay, so 44 did just sell out. Thank you. So these are 8 millimeter. These are the halite rounds. Only one strand of that available. These ones are really pretty. You got a lot of the gray in these smaller ones. White turquoise. Everybody. White turquoise. Halite.
Very rare.
Very rare. It is rare because it's usually dyed.
And buy it up to dye it. Now they have a synthetic fake turquoise made from the ground up parts of halite.
Oh boy.
I was like, can anything be real now?
So Sandra says, I love the idea of earrings with the amethyst carved stones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Facebook user says the amethyst leaves make earrings with a pearl, bridesmaid gifts, or graduation. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get both pearls and that today during our show.
Well, this is what I would do. We got this kit. I don't know if we got this kit anymore. But those ones right there.
Those I took just to get pictures. They're going to go in the online store soon.
And them check glass, you see it?
I see it.
That would go right.
With those amethysts.
Correct.
So this was GS45 for the halite or the white turquoise. Was $14 for the strand, which is a good price. Down to $10 for the strand. Less than $10. It's going to be actually $9 with the 10% off, right?
You do have to be mindful of like where you buy stuff. Because I've been to places where they're like, they call them trading posts. And they'll make up some wild ass stories about stuff and about how like the white buffalo came and then
Right.
and you're like, dude, what?
Yeah. If you like good stories, I guess. But...
I know, but sometimes you just have to be mindful. This Jasper.
Type that's my favorite type of Jasper. Amy says, I think I got that kit just for the melamine beads.
Oh, I love them.
Yeah, those little Those little orangey goodnesses right there.
Little rondelles.
Oh, so nice. Anastasia, what was the jade fan number? That has sold out, everybody. Those Canadian jade shells or fans, they are sold out. All right. This is, I think, 6mm, maybe even 5. Nope, 6mm jasper. Don't know what kind of jasper. It's a jasper. It's a pretty jasper.
You want me to make up a story?
Andrew's good at that if you really want him to.
We'll be like, this is called Amazonian Empress Jasper. When you want to feel your inner warrior princess.
Right? Makes sense, right? They look good for that.
The one lady, I'm not going to say who it is, but she used to say, oh, this is all for my grandmother's dowry. And I had done shows with her for 10 years.
It's a 16-inch strand, everybody. Less than $12.
Her grandmother's dowry never seemed to decrease in size.
Never ran out.
And I was like, is your grandmother's dowry a factory? Because
it's one thing when we say private stash, because you do buy continuously. Yeah. It's another when it's somebody leaving you something. They can't keep leaving you something unless they left you a lot of something.
Yeah. So, but clearly it was not,
Another jasper or agate.
Silverleaf.
Silverleaf jasper next. Another $10, less than $10, $9
she's
strand.
A pretty princess warrior.
Right. So silverleaf jasper. These are again, maybe closer to 7. Yeah, 7mm. 7mm silverleaf jasper rounds. And they are $9 after that 10% extra discount, down from $16 for the strand.
Wow. That's a great neutral.
Yes, it is.
And then jasper is supposed to be really healing. I'm not making that up, y'all. Or I am. You never know.
He never knows sometimes.
I know. Sometimes people tell me stuff, and I'm just repeating what people have told me.
Right.
So
gotta verify that truth.
I know. But that's kind of like subjective, don't you think?
So there are 2 strands of these available.
But we had a customer come in, and she's like, I need the jasper beads. And her husband came in, and his eyes rolled back into his skull. I didn't think they're going to come back out. I almost named them.
Don't name them.
They used to be the neighbors.
All right. Next up, more beautiful demortarite. 2 strands available of this. I'm going to show you them both. This is, whoa, wow.
Your fancy ruler, William.
I know. This is 6 to 7mm, 6.5mm or so in rounds in the demortarite. So if you got the larger, I know some people grabbed those larger demortarite earlier today. If you want the smaller size to go with them, these are only $13 before the 10% discount. Sandra says it does say that jasper is a powerful healing stone.
I didn't make it up.
He didn't make it up. He didn't make it up. He repeated the truth.
What was presented to me as the truth.
Right. Beautiful demortarite. This is in the smaller size than we had before. I think we had the 8mm before. This is a 6, 6.5. So these are GS48s, and they are $13, and you'll get 10% extra off of that if you order before tomorrow's live. So if you are watching this in the review, you still have a chance at some of these. If they don't sell, those will probably go into the online store around $16, maybe even a little bit more. GS48. Okay, 2 more to go, y'all. That's it. Then we're done for tonight. Are you enjoying it today?
I think some people are.
Some people?
You know, that if I could find that fire line. And, oh. Speak now, y'all. I found the jumbo size.
Okay.
I done manifested that.
So these ones are very similar to 47, the silver leaf.
And then manifested the double size.
Nice.
I almost I did run out of the smoke colored fire line for my fish.
So this is GS49. This is very, very similar to 47, the silverleaf jasper, but these are just a fraction smaller. Like these are a little bit more irregular on the strand. Some are a little bit bigger, some are a little bit smaller. So we're giving you the strand $8.
Pretty.
$8. They're not all the same size on here. You can see there's variation. And so it's kind of an irregular strand. So we're doing a great price on it. GS49 was $14, down to $8 because they're a little bit irregular, and 10% off that.
Do you think we should have a giveaway?
Let's do a giveaway at the end, sure. Although we're practically giving away these at these prices. Andrew's like, I'm going to keep an eye on you next time. Okay, last one for tonight before we do a giveaway. There's only one strand of this available, and you're going to wish there were more, but there's not. This is GS50. Sandra said, did you give the size in millimeter of the amber different strands? I can go back and check if you... No, because they're all different. All the pieces are different sizes on that. So
but
we can try and give you a... Let me finish this, and then I'll try and give you a biggest and smallest. How's that?
While I'm gathering.
While he's gathering the prize. So let me do this one first. This is GS50. Was $30, down to $24. Save an extra $2.40 off this. These are the larger of the sodalite, 10 millimeters, that have some of that orange in the sodalite.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question.
Me?
Y'all.
Everybody?
Do you want something that has a lot in it in the prize? Or do you want something that's rare and that you'll never, ever be able to get ever again?
So would you rather... There's some of that orange in there. I hope you're seeing some of the orange as we go through here. There's a little bit on that one. A little bit on that one. Teresa votes for rare. So Suzanne says your choice. Marianne says rarity. Sally says rare for the prize. Michelle would rather have rare.
Right.
Now you don't know what kind of rare he's going to do either. It might be ugly. It's so rare, no one wanted it.
No.
He says no. So this is one strand of this available. I love this strand. It's a beautiful glossy strand. Look at some of that orange right there. GS50, and that has sold out. Thank you so much. Now let me get to those sizes, Sandra. Were you looking at both of these strands, or did you have a particular one? I'll start with 35. So these beads, the smallest would be up here, and the smallest is about 12 millimeter by 9 millimeter. And then the biggest one here at the bottom, that's going to be about 21 millimeters by 12 millimeters. So that's kind of smallest to the very biggest. So everything else is going to be in between there. And again, the other ones may be very similar because these are priced by weight. So the size of the stones may be about the same. It's the weight that's going to be different, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I hope you're writing it down because I will not remember what I said from one to the other. So the smallest one on this strand is 13 millimeters by, whoops, about 7.5. And then let's see what's the biggest one on here. The biggest one lengthwise is going to be this one, which is about 21 by 12. 21 by 12. So there's that. Everything else in between is going to be in between that size generally. And like I said, they are done by weight when they're priced. That's why one's a little bit pricier than the other. They're about the same length. It's just one is heavier than the other. All right, Andrew.
All right.
Here comes the giveaway, y'all. Oh.
Now, before you all be scoffing, this is a very special bead. This was hand carved by a gentleman who's no longer with us. His name is Africa John.
These are nice. These were all done by weight too.
And that was $18 a gram back when he was alive. So I don't even know what they would be worth now. And it's a stone called Veracite, which is kind of like a mint green.
I love Veracite. We don't see Veracite very often.
Mint green turquoise, basically, is what that is.
It's got that glowy piece in there.
All right.
Okay, so there it is. That's the giveaway.
So that's a giveaway.
Rare piece by Africa John.
First person who correctly says this, what is amber originally made of? So amber is fossilized. What is the answer?
I better not. First person on our line who says it. We're looking on Instagram. We're also looking on YouTube.
I wish I could give it to that person who did it the first answer, but their name is blanked out.
Name is blanked out. We don't know who you are, Facebook user.
Who is Facebook user that says SAP?
Who said that? We can't see who you are. That's because Facebook makes you re-authenticate yourself with StreamYard every once in a while. So if you go to streamyard.com/Facebook, you can re-authenticate yourself. Ruth Boyd. Ruth Boyd.
Oh. Do it.
Write it up, Andrew. Write it up. Whoops.
I hope you like that because it hurt to put that away, put that up there. But if you don't know who Africa John is, I don't know if there's a lot available. I know at one point after he passed, there was a collection of people who put together a book for his daughter, but I don't know if that's like available. But he is such an interesting guy. He had all these stories of going out into Africa, and then that's how he got his nickname.
Okay. Ruth Boyd, aka Sylvia Warren. Which one? Which one are you? If you claim something tonight, Ruth/Sylvia, make sure we have all of your information as well. If you didn't claim anything tonight, please send us your mailing address just so we have that and a reminder that goes out to you.
Yes, if you don't send that, if we don't have your address, you're not going to get it. So that's just how that works.
Definitely need your address.
Because sometimes there's a box.
And the name that it goes to.
There's a box of prizes that people never sent their addresses for.
Yep.
And I'm not going to track y'all down.
And we
So-
tell you on the live, and you say okay, but then we never get your emails. So we definitely
I'm
need.
not saying this is you.
No. I think we
But-
have your information anyway, but I'm just saying that as a reminder to everyone out there. If you claim something tonight too, make sure we have your address. If you have moved or you're changing your address, please make sure we have that. Keep us up to date.
Jen said she's going to take all the unclaimed prizes. Maybe.
She's like, I'll take them all.
I have to find them first.
Yes, Ruth, you did win. You did
Yeah.
win.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. So let me flip this around real quick.
Fossilized tree sap.
Because sometimes I feel like we don't flip it around, and then we don't. It's so impersonal sometimes.
I don't mind it to be impersonal.
Hello
Do
again.
people really need to see my face again?
So thank you all for joining us. Thank you for anyone who grabbed anything today. There are still some things left. I tried to let you know as we were going through what sold out here during the first round, during our live, the actual live portion of this.
Whatever doesn't sell, we'll probably run through the D-stash next week.
Yeah, we might do that.
After people are done claiming stuff.
Yeah, we'll give you a little bit of
You're not going to
time.
get the extra deal.
No, not the extra 10%. That ends when tomorrow's live starts. All right.
Still good prices, even if you're watching the replay.
Yes. And so please make your claims as quickly as you can so you get that extra discount. And I will be invoicing probably starting tonight at some point for those of you who already got your claims in. So thank you all so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. And we'll see you back here with something else mañana. All right. Bye, everybody.
See ya.